Pickleball should not feel like dodgeball. If bangers are blasting the ball at you, then it is time to turn the tables on them. And today, I have 4 things that you can do to control the banger and win more points. I think I forgot to tell you who I was. My name is CJ Johnson. And together with my partner, Tony Roig, we are BetterPickleball.com. Most players try to fight power with more power. But here's the thing, that's a losing battle. And you know what? Even if you are a banger and you can hit the ball hard, at some point in time, you're gonna come up against someone who can hit the ball harder than you can. What then? Today, I'm gonna share with you 4 things that you can do to reset the rally, control the pace, and turn defense into offense. The first thing that you need to do is you need to be ready for the hard hitter. And let's talk about the definition of a banger. So a banger is somebody who only hits the ball hard. They don't have another shot. They are not miraculously going to come into the center of the court and hit a beautiful third shot drop. Whenever they put a paddle on the ball, there is one thing that you know for sure is that ball is coming hard back to the other side of the net. So when you're playing against somebody who hits the ball hard, you need to be ready for the hard shot. And that starts with your ready position. If you are in a position where you are down here and you have got the paddle down at your side, you're not ready for that hard hit shot. So a cheat code for the banger is not only to get the paddle up in front of your body, but let's go ahead and we're gonna tilt that paddle position either slightly towards our backhand side, or if you'd like to, tilt it completely to your backhand side. Most block volleys, which is the tool that we use to take the pace off the banger shot, most block volleys come on the backhand side. So you gain reaction time if you just simply start somewhere from here all the way over here, start somewhere on the backhand side in order to get faster. So now that you've got your paddle in the ready position, it's time to stay light on your feet. Too often, I see players, they're up here at the non-volley zone. We already know that that paddle is already down by their side, but if you notice this, I'm standing very tall, very straight up. I have a lot of weight back in my heels. Now, if you want to be ready for the banger, you want to be ready for that hard hitter, what you really need is you need to be on, in TPS, that's the pickleball system, we call it to be up on your triangles of your feet. So for right now, just find the balls of your feet so that the majority of your weight is from the arch forward. You should be able to tap your heels very lightly, but you really don't want to feel the weight back in your heels. Because here's what happens. If you are standing up tall with weight on your heels and you bring the paddle to the block volley position, which I just showed you a couple of minutes ago, and the ball comes at you hard, what can happen is it rocks me back onto my heels. As I rock back onto my heels, the paddle comes closer to my body, the paddle face opens, and the ball can come off in a higher trajectory. And what is the banger like? They like that higher trajectory. So if it pops up from here, it's probably coming back at you very quickly. So now that you've got that paddle position that's slightly favoring the backhand side, get your weight up to the front part of your foot. You can test yourself by just tapping on your heels lightly, or if you want to, you can just bounce up and down just a little bit without leaving the ground. That's the correct ready position for your fast feet to help you to get the fast reaction. Now that you got that paddle towards the backhand and the weight on your triangles, the front part of your foot, what you want to do is you're in a position to execute the block volley. So the block volley is the tool, that's the technique, as well as the strategic tool that we use to take pace off of the hard hit shot. So what I'm going to do, what happens with the block volley is this, is the block volley, the ball is coming into the paddle, and I simply put my paddle out here to intercept it. The ball comes in, the paddle absorbs the pace and of the ball, and then the ball goes back over to the other side. Now ideally on a block volley, we'd like to see that block volley land as close to the non-volley zone as possible, because in this block volley there is no swing. And that's a mistake I see a lot of players make, is instead of simply allowing the ball to come into the paddle and the paddle to do its job, they swing, they push out from here. They use the elbow or they use the wrist to try and flick this. A block volley is simply the paddle out in front of the body. One of the things I like to say is I like to imagine that when I'm here at the net, I have a bullseye around the center part of my body, and that paddle, that block volley, is just simply going to protect the bullseye. So ready, block. Another key to the block volley is your grip pressure. If you're here and you're putting your paddle out in position, you're allowing the paddle to absorb the pace from the ball, and that ball is flying to the middle of the court, chances are your grip pressure is just simply too tight. All you want to do is lessen that grip pressure, because ideally this block volley should land somewhere around the non-volley zone line. So block with a light grip pressure. I'm curious, what grip pressure do you use to hit a block volley? So if 10 is the tightest grip pressure and 0 is no grip pressure at all, what number do you use? Put it down in the comments below. What's your favorite grip pressure for your block volley? I got a bonus tip for you, because here's the one thing that a banger wants you to do. A banger wants you to try to block every shot they hit your way. We already know that the banger is going to hit it hard, and they are going to bring it every single time that they do. And if I'm here at the non-volley zone line and every single time they hit it, I try to block it, I'm going to be at the mercy of that banger, and eventually I will miss. So here's that bonus tip. When a banger comes inside the court, they're 2 or 3 feet inside the court, and they start to wind up, instead of doing this, do this. Let the ball go. Remember that old adage, shoulder high, let it fly? If that ball is coming hard from your favorite banger, your best shot is not the block volley. It's to get out of the way and let the out of bounds do its job and win you the point. I want to know, I want you to put this in the comment below, which piece of this technique do you need to work on most to beat the banger? Is it the backhand paddle position, the ready position, being on the balls of your feet? Is it the block volley itself and absorbing the pace? Is it not having any extra motion? Or is it getting out of the way of the out balls? Put it in the comments down below. Let me know which piece you need to work on to improve your block volley. Now, if you want more lessons just like this, click on this link right over here. This video will be the next one for you. And if you'd like some personalized resources, go ahead and take our pickleball quiz, and we'll send you some personalized resources to help you to get to your next level. Because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well.